So now that the rubber is done in the back, I'm mapping out the bed frame on the floor, and I'm going to get everything pre-cut, and then I'll have to get some 4x4s to do the actual posts for the bunk bed, just because I want them to be strong. But it's actually mapped out already, so I've got my dimensions, so I'll show you that here in just a sec. All right, so I've got my dimensions mapped out. It's going to be, I bought 2 nice Sealy Sleeper pillow top mattresses, and they will be going here, and then I'll just do one, maybe, 2 feet up, and then I'll do the other one like 5 foot up. And then that'll leave plenty of room in between the ceiling, because the ceiling is 6'6". And it'll probably be, a decent amount of head space for the bottom bunk for where my kiddo will be. So, I might have him sleep on the top bunk. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yep, I've got the dimensions mapped out. So I just got to get all my wood cut to build the actual framework, and then I've got to do the posts. The posts are going to probably be the hardest part, so I'll probably start with those. I'm going to have to go buy some 4x4s. Well, here we are getting ready to cut the last piece to build the bunk bed frame. I'm going to build it way over strong, that way it can take rough roads and everything like that. This is going to be the 4 posts, build it up, and then I've already got the other materials, so let's see if we can get this thing built today. There we go. Now we're ready to build a bed frame. Let's get started. All right, well, got the first 2 bed posts up. Got to do 2 more, and then I can start building the actual bunk frames, but I figured I'd show you guys what I got so far, and it's turning out pretty good. So as you can see, we got the first post, second post. Yes, they are even. You just can't tell from the video, but they are fastened to the floor with 32 screws each. Very, very solid. Once I have the cross bracing between them for the actual bed frame, they'll be very strong. I might brace them to the sides as well, but that remains to be seen here in a little bit. But yeah, so far I got these 2 down, 2 more to go. All right. Got the posts done as far as having the bases mounted. I just got to get some more hardware to finish all the screw holes. Obviously, they're not all in there. So I've got to go grab some more hardware real quick. And then I can start getting my measurements for the actual framework to go across for the beds. And then I can start building it. My plan is to do the first bed 24 inches off the floor. And then the second bed is going to be right at about maybe 48 inches off the floor. That way there'll be some head space for both. I'm going to do some measurements and figure out what the best layout is. But yeah, that's the next step. So I have confirmed that the mattress is going to fit good. I have my heights. The first one will be at 16. The second bed will be at 40 inches, which will leave me another 16 inches to build, like that'll be my head space over the top, and then I'll enclose the top of the bunk bed, and everything up will be storage. So I mean, I'll have to kind of slither my way in, but I don't really care about all that because I don't really toss and turn on a good bed anyway, and I'll still have room for my shoulders to kind of, twist around if I need to. So yeah, this upper part is all going to be storage up here. It'll be storage underneath, a little bit on the sides, over on the sides and underneath, possibly behind the beds. So I'll have a lot of room around here to make storage because this is going to take up a lot of space for these bunk beds, but the way that I have it mapped out will maximize the storage space along with it. So I got to get started on cutting my boards for the framework, and then I will get that up and then can start putting beds in. It's going to be dope. All right, got the first 2 cross pieces for the bottom bunk done. I'm going to need to go get 2 more 2x4s for the top because that's all I'm short on. Everything else I have for building like the cross pieces and everything, because I'll just use these. Just like so. And spread those out. And then that'll be the actual support for the mattress. And I'll probably do one of those every 18 inches or so. Probably 5 per bed cross pieces. And then maybe run another 2x4 under the middle that's fastened to all of them. But yeah, making some freaking progress, man. I'm super stoked. I've still got 10 days before I got to be moved into this thing, and I only got like maybe 3 days worth of work before it's ready to actually live in. And there we have it. I got the bottom bunk done. I'm about to throw the mattress on it. I already checked it does fit. I'm going to make sure it can support my weight. This is built completely out of reclaimed wood, except for the 4x4s and the floor. But all of this is pallets that were from my old work that I ripped apart. I've still got more material. I don't know if it's going to be big enough for the top, but I got the bottom one done, and we're about to lay this mattress down and see how she fits. All right, ran out of materials before I could finish up. I got to get some more 2x4s for the cross section for his bed. I forgot how thick these mattresses are, so I'm actually going to move his up. This mark here is at 40 inches. I'm going to move it up to 45. That'll give me a little bit more space in between my head and the bottom of his bunk. This thing is freaking solid. Like, it is super solid. It's going to have absolutely no problem with holding our weight driving down the street. And then once it's all done, I'm going to have beauty curtains for these. So I'll actually like fasten curtains that'll fall down the backside of these posts. So it'll block out the windows there. And then I'll have a curtain. Oh, blocking the camera. I'll have a curtain across the back here. So this whole area will be private and enclosed, both bunks. And then I'll probably put curtains along the front as well, to where when we're in bed, like, we'll have total privacy, won't be able to see anything. And then I'm going to put window shades on all the windows to block those. So yeah, this is, man, I can't believe it. Like, there's actually quite a lot of room. If I back all the way up here, like, there's stuff kind of a mess right now because I got all my materials and stuff, but once all that's cleared out, I'm actually going to have a lot of room in here. And I've got storage. The way that I did it, I've got storage underneath the bed. I got storage on the sides. I got storage behind the bed. And then once his is done, I'm going to enclose the top, and I'll have storage up top on here, and I'll have some cabinets that I'll put up here, and I'll reinforce the roof so I don't have to worry about stuff falling on them or anything, but it'll all be enclosed. So our bed will be private, and it'll have lots of storage around it. His seat, I left one seat in there. That's his seat for when we're driving down the road. He'll have his own window. I'll probably leave that one untinted. Actually, they're all tinted already. I'll probably just put window shades over all of them, except that one, so he can look out while we're driving and whatnot. But when we're parked, you know, I'll have shades on everything. I'll probably have a divider across here, you know, of some kind, you know, a nice cool blanket or a sheet or something, just where you can't just directly look into it while we're sleeping. And then, yeah, we'll see how things go. This rubber floor turned out really good. I've still got to do the back section, but under the bed, it won't really be necessary. And that's all sealed underneath the plywood and stuff, and the plywood is sealed in between. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to paint the rear section white and the bed frame white, and then do the rubber floor right up to the edge of it where we're actually going to be walking and stuff, because we're not going to be walking underneath the bed. So I'll just do like a thick epoxy or like a thick latex paint maybe underneath that seals really well and seals the wood, and then just do the rubber flooring from the edge of the bed line up to meet the floor that I've already done. And then, yeah, man, I just got to build storage here. This is all going to be a storage area. Probably some storage here. I'll put, up here in this area here, I'll probably do like a small refrigerator and an air fryer, and then have those secured, and then probably build more storage right here. I've already got the storage there. I'll turn that little area into storage. So there's actually quite a bit of space in here. I think I'm going to be able to have a decent amount of stuff and all my welders and everything, and still have essentials and clothes and stuff like that and not have to worry about it. I've got 2 dressers that I kind of want to stack on top of each other right here, but I might just get a big dresser for this area and just secure it to the floor or something, but we'll see. But yeah, lots of progress made today on the beds, and I used my Buick to grab 10-foot long 4x4s, which was always fun. But yeah, so I'm super stoked. I hope everybody's enjoying this journey with me, and we're going to keep going. So here we are cutting the rest of the slats to build the second part of the bunk bed. I've already got the 2x4s cut. They're ready to go on. I've just got to cut up all these slats. I'm using my extra sheet of 22/32 plywood because it's really strong, and I want to make sure these beds are as strong as can be so I can flop down on it when I'm tired. Not worry about it breaking, so I'm going kind of overkill. I want it to last forever. So I'm going to get this sucker cut up, and then we will get this bed put together. Ten more of those to go, and we will be done. Well, here we go. Got my pieces cut. Time to finish up the bunk beds. This is going to be awesome when it's done. All right, got one of the top bunk main support boards up. Time to do the other one. Doing 30 inches of space between them, so there should be plenty of wiggle room to toss and turn at night or whatever we end up doing. Okay, get this puppy up to the mark. Still good over there. Get these fasteners in on this side. Pop the clamp off. Get another couple fasteners in for strength and longevity. All right, give my bit back. All right, now we can build the framework. All right, got the upper rails up. Now to build the framework. This thing is turning out good, going in fast. I love it. Nice and level. Should be good. All right, now to start on this framework, do it like we did on the bottom. Just center this guy up. Oh yeah, I need my fasteners. No, yes. Oh wait, where's my gun? There it is. Alright. So, for centering up these boards, I'm not too concerned with perfection, more with efficiency. So I'm eyeballing it. My eyeball tends to be within about 1/8 of an inch, which is plenty within spec for me. I can live with 1/8 of an inch. So now we put a fastener in. Still sitting flush, put another one in. Two in the other side. Fucker. Ah! Oh, that's starting to get annoying. Only thing I don't like about Phillips ones. Okay. That board's in. Grab our other board. Even it up with the top one. And this is our corner piece to keep the corners of the mattress supported really nicely. Put a couple screws in this, hold it flush. Bitch, pardon my French. Ah, and then I move it. Flush it back up. Run down the screw. Now we know that's good. Run down a second screw. After we hold the board flush, make sure it doesn't move. All right, now we can put in our other two over here. And our corner piece is done. All right. So I know this isn't the most space-saving way of building this bed, but I want strength for when we're driving down the road and stuff. And I'm not going off of any existing designs. I literally just looked at the wood that I had, came up with an idea in my head, went and grabbed some stuff, and I've just been going with it, just busting it out. I mean, I'm not even like, there's no plans, anything. I'm looking at what looks good, making sure the mattresses will fit, making sure everything is going to be strong enough, and I can't even move it. So this thing is going to be perfectly fine, and let's get it finished up. I'll bring you back when I'm finished. All right, finishing up the last slat of the upper bunk, and then this bed, other than railings and stuff, will be done. Throw mattresses on it. Well, it'll need to be painted, obviously, but other than that, it'll be done. Reach my fasteners. All right. That should be about right. Don't really need much more than one fastener per slat. They're not really load bearing. They just need to stay where they are. All right, everything is looking flush. Crawl my big butt out of here and show everybody what we got. All right. And here we have a beefy completed bed frame. Super, super solid. Not going anywhere. Ready for two twins. Never really done carpentry. I just kind of used my fabrication experience from being a welder fabricator and applied it to wood, and it's actually easier to work with because I don't have to weld any of it. Just screw it together. Yeah, there we go. And just like that, just got to paint the bed frame white and the floor underneath of it, but truly nobody can tell me that I can't do anything that I put my mind to, because I've never done anything remotely like this before. And here I have an absolutely perfectly fitted twin bed frame that absolutely perfectly fits my mattresses. And yep, my kid and I have a place to rest our head at night now. He's got plenty of room up top. I've got plenty of room down here. Plenty of room to roll over. Nice view out the window if we're parked somewhere pretty. Otherwise, I can cover everything up and have some privacy, but I got a place to rest my head in my own home that I own, period. Period. That's it. Period. Nobody can take that away from me. Well, I made a lot of progress for today. Finished up the beds. Just got to paint the bed frame and it'll be ready to rock. So I'm really looking forward to getting this painted because it's going to look awesome. But here, let me show you guys what it turned out like. And here we have it. Finished bunk beds. I doubled up the cross bracing to support the mattress better since we're not using box springs. Did that on top and bottom. It's almost all reclaimed wood. Only the 2x4s and 4x4s, 2x4s up top and 4x4s are new. The rest of it's reclaimed wood from pallets and some plywood that I bought to do the floor. That was like old, like used plywood cuttings from when a house was built a long time ago. So I reclaimed that and used that for the floor. Nice thick 22/32. As you can see, I cut up those pieces of plywood to make the cross bracing. And then I purchased new 4x4s and 2x4s because I wanted those to be the strongest part of the bed. And I don't like the possibility of old stuff being weakened. I want it to be able to withstand an accident, and this thing is solid. It's through mounted with super long screws all the way into the cross members, so it's mounted to the frame of the bus pretty much. So I don't have to worry about anything. And there are 32 screws per post holding them together. So I just need to get it painted and it's done. Well, in the process of getting old girl painted, pretty soon this will be sealed and painted and ready to rock. Well, it's kind of hard to see, but I got the bed frame all painted up. It's slate gray. I like the color. You can kind of see what color it is down there, but now she's all painted up and ready to go. Unfortunately, it's kind of dark and the light doesn't capture it very well. It's a little bit better. You can kind of see the color, although it makes it look yellow with the light. That's the actual color down there. I don't know why it looks so much more yellow up here, but it might just need another coat of paint, but I think it's just the lighting. But yeah, all nice and gray and sealed and protected. So we can put the beds back on and start with other stuff once it dries. Well, here we are, time to paint and seal the floor under the bed. Just got to tape off the perimeter around the base there. and get this thing painted up and sealed. Filled all the cracks with clear caulk, so everything is nice and sealed. And this is going to be the final rendition on the area, and then I can start packing stuff underneath the bed and figuring out storage and that kind of thing. So here we are in the process of painting the floor. I'm going to get this done real quick, and then I can do the rubber floor up to this point and have the floor completed. So this is going to turn out really good. And here we have a painted floor and bed frame. Just got to wait for it to dry, remove the tape, and then lay down that rubber floor, finish from here to about the edge of the beds. It's going to overlap that a little bit, but all that wood is nice and sealed and ready to go. So super stoked, man. Making some progress on this thing finally. Here we are with the start of the ladder. I will bring you back once I have the sides cut and in, and then I can start doing the measuring and do the actual slats. And then I'll figure out what color I want to do it, or if I'm going to do it gray, or if I'm going to change it up a little bit, give this bunk bed some spice. We shall see. Well, don't ask me where I got the idea, but I had some random wood scraps left over and decided to use them to make a ladder this way. I've already tested. I'm 205 pounds and they hold my weight just fine. So my 62-pound son, he'll be perfectly fine. I'm going to let him choose what color to paint the ladder. Got the floor all done under the bed. So now we are making some serious progress. I just can't get over how good all this is turning out, considering I've never done anything like this. And I just came up with ideas and measured stuff out and made it happen. I love it. It's cool what you're capable of if you don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Well, I needed to come up with a solution for blocking the windows and for insulation. So, a roll of Reflectix to the rescue. Just got to do a bunch more this same size and get them fitted to the windows. We'll be good to go. Well, yet another problem solved. Figured out how I'm going to block the windows and insulate the bus using Reflectix and Velcro, so they're easily removable. Windows are still functional, can still use the emergency exit, but nobody can see in, and it will help to insulate the windows a ton. Just got to do the back window and these two sides, and I'll be done. I've already got one cut that I just need to shape to the window, and then do two more, and then the big one in the back. And then it's just these two windows here. I'll probably leave this window here and that window there, just so that Talon can look out of those windows. Oh, I'll probably make the cover for it, but I won't put it on there, so that while we're driving and he's in his seat, he can look out the window. But I'll still have one made for that spot. And then one for the windshield and the driver's window for when we're sleeping. That one, though, I'm going to do probably little suction cups on so I can just pop it off. That way I don't have to have Velcro stuck around the window of the door. But then it'll just be the doors there, and I'll have Reflectix for all the windows in the bus. I'm super stoked. And the paint is done. Ladder's done. Just working on this now, and then I will get the rest of that rubber floor laid down on this, and we'll be pretty much ready to start moving into this thing. Well, I let Talon pick out the color for the ladder, and he chose this dark brown stain. So that's what we're going with. And then all of the tops of these are going to be, all the tops of the actual steps are going to be covered with carpet. So it'll make it really nice for him to go up and down. He likes it, so I'm going to get it painted up and get the carpet on there. And then hopefully get the rubber floor down today, and that'll be a good amount of progress because I got to start clearing out my apartment and my storage unit, so that'll be fun. I have to say, Talon chose a really good color because, man, it brings out the patterns of the wood, and it's a really cool brown color. Now I just got to get some sections of carpet cut to do this section here, and then a top of every single step, and that'll be a completed ladder for the beds, and Talon will be super happy with that. Then I can do the floor, finish that up, and then get to moving some stuff. And then after I figure out what I'm throwing out, what I'm selling, all that stuff, and get it stored up, then I can continue on the bus. But for right now, this is the main things I needed to get done. So super stoked. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody for continuing to follow me on this journey. Just make sure that you subscribe, that you like the video, and share it with your friends. And I'd love to hear your comments on ideas and what you want to see, and just let me know. Well, Talon chose his color with the ladder, and now I'm just cutting some strips of really soft carpet, which are getting glued to the tops of each 2x4 to make it nice and soft when he's climbing it. And I'm just bonding it with some good old liquid nails. It'll stay. I've done similar things before, and it'll never come off of there. So yep, I just got to cut more strips to fit, and then each one will have carpet on top. And you can simply vacuum them off or use a car shampooer to clean it for like shampooing seats. Really easy. Or you can just rip them up, you know, with some effort, and just replace the strip if they get worn out. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I will show you the completed product when it's done. And if you're wondering the easiest way to cut these strips, you just mark them out on the back, cut them out, glue them down. Real simple. All right, well, the window shades are done for the side 3 and the rear on both sides. Rubber floor is done, cut to fit the seat. The ladder is done and painted the color that Talon chose, and it's got carpet on top of each one of them to make them really nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Man, it's amazing what you can do when you just don't let anybody tell you that you can't, and you put your mind to it. And that, my friends, is how you neatly seal the bottom step of a bus. Just a little thick carpet. Just that little tiny hole now. So that's all pretty much sealed by carpet now. The added benefit of carpeting the bottom step, no more light gap in between the door and the bottom of the bottom step. It's all sealed. I don't know how well it'll do while driving, but that should help with keeping in heat and AC pretty well. Well, got the steps done, so they're ready to go. I just need to put some screws in them, but I got to get more fasteners. Man, I've gone through like 780 fasteners on this freaking thing. From the boards to the floor to the subfloor. All of it adds up. Building the beds. Man. Well, starting to get the other stuff in here, like the dressers, and gonna see about packing a bunch of storage underneath the beds. So yeah, gonna start moving into this thing, man. I'm excited. Got the toolbox and stuff, both my welders packed right there. So I honestly just need to kind of figure out a better spot for this stuff, which a lot of it'll work in storage up there if I built a little cubby. So, yep, just getting started on that. And then probably we'll set the TVs up, or the TV up on the dresser for now. And then just let my kiddo sit in a lawn chair or something to watch it, or watch it from bed. Whatever, we'll figure it out. And this bar here, I kept it for one specific purpose, and that was all of the clothes can get hung up along there. And that will save tons of drawer space for stuff like welding equipment and whatnot, with my kiddo and I having all of our clothes hung up on this pipe here, which should be able to hold all of our clothes because we only have 10 or 12 outfits apiece. So, and we're constantly cycling through clothes. I ruin mine, buy new ones. He outgrows his. So, yep, this is going to save a lot of space. And this is what I kept it for. It's nice and strong. It should hold all the weight I can throw on it. So, well, I'll be damned. This is kind of starting to look like a home a little bit. And a welding school. Man, it's really coming together. I'm super stoked. A few more days and we'll be living in this thing. So cool. Oh my God. Well, got all the welding hoods and everything hung up. Gonna get Velcro on the backs of these drawers so that they stay closed. Those are gonna be getting bolted to the floor with L brackets. And then one of the big reasons why I kept this bar here, storage for the clothing. That way I don't have to hold up another dresser full of clothing. I can use it for storage of tools and stuff like that, and then just hang up all the clothes. So I got the dressers secured, got these L brackets down at the floor on both sides. Got this one between the two to keep it from moving, another one there. So these dressers, not going anywhere. So those are secure and ready for travel. Toolbox is secure and ready for travel. The beds, clothing. I just got to Velcro the drawers on this one, but this one they're already done. So got the Velcro on the drawers. Keeps it nice and tight. Same on the bottom. And those are replaceable. So if I come up with a better solution like some magnets or something, I might do that. But for now, that's going to be the solution. So got to do that with this one. And then dressers are done. I'm doing laundry. I've got about 5 loads to do, and then that'll be done. So yeah, we're making some progress here, man. Starting to look like a house. Can't wait to finish this. All right, guys. So this is the doors on my 2008 G3500 paratransit bus. And the only way I can open them is with the emergency release. These are the wires to the plug on the motor for the door. I want to be able to open the door automatically, but I'm not sure if those are the power wires, if those go to one of the limit switches in here or what. And I don't know which switch originally on here opened the doors. There's one button on the side of the seat, and I thought maybe that was it, but I've never been able to figure out how to open these doors other than using that lever, and I would really like to be able to open them with the motor. So if anybody can help me out, let me know. Here we are, taking our first trip in the bus. Gonna go to the new parking spot where the build will get finished and we're gonna live for a while, so come back to you when we're there.